everyone, Yensid Organist here, and sheep apparently, and welcome to another episode of OrgelCraft. I hope you guys are having a great day today. I know, I disappeared again. Stuff happens, okay? I could have put an episode out, but I wasn't going to have time to really do everything that I wanted to get done. And so I decided I would take more time so that I could get everything done. So in the last episode, we chose an area here for a large bulk storage facility. And we leveled the area, kind of started smoothing things out. I did go ahead and clean up the terrain around the edges so that it looks a little bit more natural. I still have some work to do, but I have plans for how I want to handle like all of the landscaping around here. I want to make it very similar to what we did over there with the base. So today we are going to get this building actually built up. And this is based on the Journey into Imagination, or I guess you'd call it the Imagination Pavilion at Epcot. And I'll put a picture of that on screen so you know approximately what we're working with. And this build is going to be inspired by the show building for the pavilion here, rather than trying to be an exact recreation of it. I'm doing enough of trying to do exact replicas that we're just going to come close with this one. So, getting things started, I've got some blocks here that I want to work with. And the area that I have marked out is a 61 by 35 block area. So what I want to do is I want to find the corner, which looks like it's right here. And basically what I want to do is I want to have two overlapping rectangles. So what we're going to do is I think that I want to do 41 by 21. So let's see what that looks like. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I hate when that happens. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. So let's see. So that's going to come over that far. I think that's too far. Let's do 40, 39, 38, 37, 36. Let's try 35. Yeah, it still seems a little much. Let's do 34, 33, 32, 31. Let's go with 31. And then let's go to the other corner, because this is going to kind of determine how everything else goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So then this we would bring this way by, what were we doing? 31? So the issue is that I want them to actually overlap. I guess we could make the one in the back larger. Maybe we want to do like two different size ones. So like the front one is smaller and the back one is a little bit larger. Let's take a quick little fly and see how this looks. Okay, so from a distance, I definitely want this to come out a little bit more. So I think we will. So that's 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. All right, let's see what 41 looks like from a distance. Always have to take the distance into effect. That's too much, but 35 might be good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll fly away again. That feels pretty good. Yeah, I think that feels pretty good. And then we'll just have to see what we want to do as far as the back of the building goes. But we can deal with that a little bit later. So then, my plan for this is, I'll go ahead and use this as a temporary block. So what we're going to do is have a layer of concrete on the bottom, and then we're going to do 2 layers of red terracotta, like that. Okay. And then we're going to come up one more, and then here I'm going to alternate with orange terracotta, and we're going to do back and forth on those. And then for the next level, we're going to go to, whoops, that's not right. That's what we need. So then we'll go to orange terracotta there. I'm going to have to go up here to build this. There. That'll come all the way to the corner. And then we'll top things off with the orange concrete so that we get a little bit of a gradient. So we go from the bright red to the duller red, combine the two, the dull orange to the bright orange. And I think that's going to look really, really nice. And then we will work in some supports along the way with a little bit of red terracotta that's going to look something like that. Okay? So that is what I'm working for with this lower level. I'm going to go ahead and get this built up, and I'll bring you guys back when that is done. Welcome back, everyone. So here is the first part of our building, and I think it's looking pretty good. Now, it still has a long way to go to be what we need it to be. But yeah, so this is what we've got. This is kind of how it looks from up here. I didn't get quite the overlap that I wanted to between the two rectangles, but I think it will be okay. And then the first part of the roof we've got here with these smooth stone slabs. The sheep has taken up residence. You're going to need to find another place to live. Well, maybe. Or maybe you can just stay. I don't know. Anyway, this is my little access point right up here, in case I'm not flying. But the next thing we need to do is put an actual roof on this. And if you remember back to the picture that I showed, there's these two basically glass pyramid-ish things that come up from the top. And so that's what we're going to do from here. And what I want to do is actually, let me just grab some regular glass to kind of show what I'm thinking with this. So what we're going to do is we're going to start here. We're going to start there. And then we're going to come up at an angle like this, well, like that, to right there. And then from there, we're going to staircase it up almost to the top. I'm going to play around with the shape a little bit as we get close to the top. Why am I bouncing? That's weird. Anyway. Yeah, so I'm going to try to emulate the shape of it. But essentially we're going to work along like this. And just looking at this, I might make it a little steeper. I don't know. I'll have to play around with it as I go. But as this is the realm of imagination and things like that, I thought that it would be really cool to kind of do I had the word and now it's completely escaped my mind, but basically have, all of the different Minecraft colors represented in glass, kind of transitioning from one to another along here. And then the corners, for a little bit of structure, we're actually going to do gray concrete powder. And as you can see, I brought some string because what we're going to do is we are going to have concrete powder that looks like it's floating. You know, it's basically this idea of something that shouldn't necessarily be, but is, and I think that's going to look really cool. So that's what I am planning to do for this. I'm going to have to figure out exactly what I want to do as far as the amount of colors I'm going to use, because I want to use all 16, but I have to figure out what the numbers here are and how to make that work. I've been playing around with it a little bit in a creative testing world. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to work on next. I don't think I'm going to be able to do a time-lapse because I don't know that I have enough time to sit and do this all in one go. And I don't know how far I'm going to get, and I don't want to have to break that up into multiple clips because that just becomes a hassle to have to edit. And there's a lot more I need to do in this video. There's a lot more that I have planned, so I want to make sure we have time to get to all of that. So yeah, so I'm going to get to work on the glass part of this, and I'll bring you guys back when that's done. Welcome back, everyone. The exterior is complete. Well, I should say the exterior is done. There's still some little detail work that I want to do a little bit later. But yeah, so this is what we've got. I really like how this is looking. I don't like that there's a couple of colors of glass, like the red, that really kind of pop out, like with the edges. So I don't know, might need to go into a little bit of resource editing and lighten that up a little bit. But yeah, I really like how this looks. I like how you have the colors kind of going all through. I was concerned as I was building that it was too much. And we can kind of see if we fly away. You know, you can see through it, and the colors are, you know, the color all goes in the same direction. So we start, you know, on the left-hand side, and we go from pink all the way over to white. And that's the same on every side. By the way, the word that I was looking for that I couldn't think of in an earlier clip was gradient. But yeah, really liking how this turned out. The sheep finally vacated the interior here. He had been in here for quite a while, and I was going to name him and make him the official keeper of the vaults, but he left. So yeah. So now it is time to work on the interior, and I just think this looks so cool in here. Yeah, so I went through and I made a list of all of the resources that I think that I want to store in here. And I came up with 27 items or groups of items that I want to store. So, for instance, I have the 16 colors of wool, but I'm going to put them all in one pod. But yeah, so 27 that are currently in the game. But knowing that we have an update that's going to bring a lot more blocks into the game coming soon, I wanted to make sure I budgeted for that. And so I jumped into a snapshot and looked at all of the different things that we have, and I came up with another 7 that I think would probably be good to be able to store in bulk. It's give or take. It's hard to tell exactly. So that takes me up to 34. To kind of factor in, you know, things that I crossed off my list that I might want in the future, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do 40 different bays in here for resources. Now, I'm not quite sure how exactly that's going to work out, but let's do a little bit of work together here, just to kind of get an idea for what I am thinking. So I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap for the entryway. But essentially what we're going to do is we're going to go with barrels, and I'm kind of thinking, let's see here. Let's go with 5 for right now. Now, I'm going with barrels for a couple reasons. One, they're much more lag-friendly than chests. I don't know this for a fact, but I think that the game doesn't actually count them as entities. But also, it's the perfect size for shulker boxes. So I can just come in, get my inventory in a good shape, and, so that I can fully grab a stack, and then it's very easy to transfer to shulker boxes. So that's what I'm thinking there. And then I'm basically thinking I want to do something like this, and I'm just kind of playing around with this right now just to get a feel for the size of this. So that looks pretty good, but there's no way I'm getting 40 of those in here. Now, that's not the only thing that we're going to do here. So I want to clear the floor out a little bit, because for some things like stone, dirt, sand, cobblestone, netherrack, basalt, you wouldn't believe how much basalt I have right now, I essentially want to have lower levels where, we can essentially have fairly unlimited storage. But one of the really cool things about barrels is their bottom texture is really, really nice. And so what I want to do is essentially have a floor that looks just like wood planks, but is in essence storage. And then what we'll probably do is we'll probably plop a trapdoor down there, so that we can have access to the increased storage. And then what I'm going to do is right down the center, I'm going to put whatever resource it is that is being stored. So for instance, if the pathway is stone, that's what's stored in these barrels. So I need to do some calculating and planning and figure out exactly how I want to be able to get all these resources in here and how I want this to look. So I'm going to work on that. Not planning on filling any of this today, other than maybe probably transferring what's outside. But I do want to get all of the bays with all of the different things that I'm planning for. So let me get to work on that. Welcome back, everyone. The interior is done. I'm looking up. You've already seen the ceiling. So here's what we have. So in this section, this is my bulk storage. So we've got stone, cobblestone, terracotta, blackstone, basalt, netherrack, dirt, grass, sand, and I'm earmarking this for deep slate when we get it. So right now it's just sitting here. And of course, all of these have little compartments down here. I haven't actually gone and put anything down there yet. I'm essentially not gonna do that until I need it. And then if we come over here, this is where I have all of my items that need to be in bulk, but don't need nearly as much as we have over there. So this is the claustrophobic area of the storage. But yeah, so I've got 22 chests that are accessible from here, or essentially 11 double. And then coming down below, we have the ability to expand for even more. And I have done that for every single one of these. I forget exactly how many there are. I think there's is it 29? I think it's 29. So, yeah, so we got granite, andesite, gravel, diorite, dark oak, spruce. Those are the two woods that I want to keep just because they're the easiest ones to keep large amounts stocked. Prismarine bricks, mycelium, podzol, obsidian, endstone, sea lanterns, and iron. And then down here at the end, I have all of my wool in various different colors. I used the same gradient that I used up there. And then I also have an extra row of them tucked back here so that I could at least have 2 double chests. If I need more, I will expand below the ground, but as of right now, I'm okay. So I'm going to leave that where it is. And then here are all of my unused cubbies over here. And then down at the end here, I've got gunpowder, I've got rotten flesh, I've got string, and then bone blocks here at the end. So this is kind of where I have some mob drops and just went with the invisible item frames. and then and then all this extra storage down here for whatever I decide. I also have a few little cubby holes, like I could put some here if I needed something. I could tuck some stuff along here, over there, and then along this wall down here if I needed it. I have the ability to expand what I've got. Went with the warped fences and end rods for the lighting, so this place is completely no. Completely mob-proof. Except for the fact that they can still walk in the door. Yeah, so there is that, and drives me crazy. Drives me absolutely crazy that creepers do not drop all of their blocks. So frustrating. And I don't think I have enough in here to fully repair this. I might if I cheat. Let's see here. So that and that. Yeah, okay. And then we just need to turn that into concrete. Oh, that's so annoying. All right, no harm. Nope, you blew up one of my... And that. Oh, hate creepers. Yeah, it blew up an entire wall over here. So rude. And I think I had a little more concrete powder. That'll go there. And that. Okay. Oh, and the end rods. Let's see. I think I had 2 tucked there. And then I think that's everything back the way it was supposed to have been. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, so that's the interior done. And I also went, and you notice I've got these spruce trapdoors along the ends. And they're kind of for decoration, but they're also serving a function. Yeah, it's a little hard to see. Let me take these off. Yeah, the barrels are not the same on both sides. This dark line doesn't line up. And that was the most infuriating thing in the world, to be looking at this and be like, it doesn't match. So, yeah, now it matches. And all nice and hidden away. Did I lose any spruce trapdoors over here? No, I think we're good there. Okay. So that is our storage, our bulk storage facility, and I really like how it turned out. This was definitely quite the process. Oh, and then I also trimmed off the top there so that it doesn't have like the stair step going to the outside. I just thought it looked a little bit better to have something there. Just kind of a nice neutral color. Also went with the gray concrete for the floor. Yeah, and we have our door here. A little bit of extra storage, crafting table, ender chest, which, speaking of, I actually need one in my inventory, so let me grab that real quick. So, yeah, I'm thinking that the exterior of this build might need to be lit up a little bit. So what I'm kind of toying with is doing end rods along this upper layer here. The problem is that some of these, well, that one's not, but some of these are odd numbers, so then you have to do a little trick to be able to get all the end rods to face the same way, and that just takes a little bit of time. So I'm not going to work on that right now. Might get to it later if I have time. The other thing is I probably need to go and carpet the orange layer, because I do have stuff spawning up there at night. I really want to try to connect this area and finish it off, and I hope that I have enough andesite. So what I want to do next is I want to go through and essentially cover this whole area over here with andesite, and then wall it off with the wall design that we have over here, so that we can kind of have the theme come all the way through. So that is what I'm going to work on next, and I will see how far we get with that before the end of this episode. Welcome back, everyone. So I have got a lot of the work done. We've got the wall. I've got everything covered in andesite. Got a couple of planters in here for decoration. And I think this place is really starting to look good. Now, it's not done. As you'll see as we land here, it's a large expanse of andesite. There's no detail in here yet. So that's something that I can work on between episodes. And I need to get this lit as well, but that's not a big deal. I figured getting the bulk of it at least covered and the wall finished and just a little bit of decoration, so a couple planters in here would be good to finish off. I want to put a fountain over here, probably a few more planters, and then I need to just do all the little bit of detail work. I still haven't decided if I'm going to light the top of this building. I did go around and carpet all of the orange so that nothing's going to spawn up there. I probably need to spawn proof the concrete powder that's up there, but yeah. So I'm happy with how things are coming along. I can now get to the point where I start moving all of my resources into this storage facility. I also need a bridge, and I haven't decided exactly how I want to do that. I think I'm going to borrow the design of the wall and see if I can do it maybe at a 45-degree angle, because I want to be able to connect everything. So, but we might do that in a future episode. I don't know if I'll do that between episodes or not. Just might depend on how much time I have and what I want to work on next time. And I'm not sure what I want to work on next time. So, yeah. I was going to say we're going back to Arendelle, but I do have one more technical project that I want to do in this area. So I'll have to decide whether or not I want to do that for the next episode or not. But guys, I think that is going to do it for today. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to give it a like and share it with your friends. If you haven't already, I would encourage you to subscribe. Make sure you click that little notification bell so you can stay up to date on all my latest posts. Be sure to follow me on social media. Thanks for watching. See you real soon.